Hello, I'm Scott Purcell, and this is my presentation for online collaboration tools. I went ahead and went with Google Drive because I think it's the best online collaboration tool out right now. I've used a few, including Dropbox. Mostly those are just for storage. Google Drive has other components like their version of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other things like that that you can use for free. They also allow multiple people to be working on a document at the same time if it's one of the Google Word documents or Excel or PowerPoint. I think this tool is helpful to students by themselves to store documents online so they can work from anywhere. I also believe it's especially good in group projects to, if not everyone is in the same place at the same time, they can all work on the project together over the internet. Also, it's helpful for teachers if they want a central location for any handouts they may give the students, so the students can access them if they're away from the classroom and they're doing homework and they forgot it somewhere and they needed to complete it. They can just access it from there and go ahead and finish their homework. The learners for this lesson would be middle school students because I believe they've had enough time to go ahead and already know a good deal about computers and how to work with them, so it shouldn't be too hard for them. They should be able to create a shared folder within Google Drive and invite others to access it. And I went ahead and used the Pebble and the Pond model because it has a nice way to flow. So if you have one event, then the next event would be following that event in a ripple. So it has a good way to go ahead and follow a nice path, and it gives you a good way to develop the lesson. The technologies involved and the tools necessary would be a Gmail account. If the student doesn't already have one, they can go ahead and create one before the lesson. It's free, easy to do. They would need a computer of some sort, whether that be a desktop, laptop, even a phone would do it if they have the Google Drive app. If they're using the desktop or laptop, they would need a web browser, knowledge of how to navigate around in the web browser, and an internet connection. And the students will be given problems that will get increasingly complex as they learn more about the tools. So initially they will just log into the Google Drive account, then they will create the shared folder, then they will send the invitations, and each step gets more complex, but as they go ahead and learn, they'll know how to do it. I believe that at least 85% of the students will be able to do this, to create the shared folder and invite people to it. I don't think many should have a problem with it. It should be pretty easy for them, especially middle school students who have had previous experience with computers before and know their way around them. The method of evaluation would be having the student invite the teacher to the shared folder after they've created it, and then the teacher would get the invitation via email, and then they would go ahead and be able to access it. If they're able to do that, that would be a good way to know that they are actually able to do it. And another optional thing they could do is the teacher would be able to use the new collaboration tool, Google Drive in this case, in a current project or a future project that they have in the class. They would be able to have the students use it and reinforce what they've learned. I think Google Drive is absolutely wonderful. I've used it extensively over the last couple of years, and it's a great way to use for anything, especially school, when you're working with others. I just think it's great. I mean, it's free, easy to use, and it's accessible anywhere with internet access and across pretty much every device. So thank you. I'm Scott Purcell. This is online collaboration tools and especially Google Drive. Thanks.